Oh my God, y'all, the table is crooked. Shit. That's crazy. I don't have nowhere to put this soda because this is low. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So, what's eating you? Should I bring this? I'm either going to have to bring y'all lower or bring myself higher. Y'all, I ain't on nothing. I'm actually going to be grading some papers right in front of you, but not in front of you. Let me pull this up high. I'm either going to bring y'all lower or bring myself higher. I think I need to stay low, but this ain't even, this is crooked. Wait a minute, y'all. Ooh, yeah. I'm telling you, I want you to do it now. I'm low. Oh, no, not yet. I'm lost, I'm lost. Ugh, that ain't do shit. Hi, Alfreda. Hi, Miss Kim. Hi, y'all. Welcome to day, I can't remember, I think it's 8. Day 8 of the live stream, 30-day challenge live stream. I want this to be like this, y'all. Hold on. I got to move the table up. Hold on. Hold on, you all. I'm going to move y'all over here. Y'all can look at this junk. Y'all want to look at that? Y'all look at that for a minute. Hold on, y'all. I got to. I got to move the table up. If y'all like this, see this, y'all? You can get this off of TikTok Shop. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Is it even? It ain't even. Does this side move? Of course, I ain't the one to put this together. Shit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Is that even? Anything that requires me to... Oh, shit. Uh, uh, Happy Saturday, Cheryl. Y'all, this is the live stream today. A day in the life. I got to do some grading. But this, I need to move it. Ah! Hold on, y'all. Y'all, somebody come over here and help me get up. Ah, shit. Hold on, y'all. If I say hold on, y'all, one more time. Oh, that's so crooked. Oh, that's crooked. Hold on, let me get my son. That's Sonny. Hold on, let me mute y'all. I'm back, y'all. I fixed it. Anywho, this is day 8 of the live stream, and I'm testing out how we can, you know, how y'all watch people just in their daily life just doing what they do on a live stream. They don't even really be talking to the chat. That's what I'm doing. I gotta grade papers, and y'all gonna, if you want to, stay here and watch me do it. I might engage and I might not. Hi, Shirley. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh my God. Whew. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ooh. I do, I do. Mm-hmm. I'm reading journal entries for my intro to psychology class, and they had to answer a question regarding parenting styles. Oh God, y'all. My stomach. What are y'all doing this Saturday? It's a little bit chilly where I'm at. Hi, Lakeisha. It's a little bit chilly where I am. I have about 40 journals to grade, which is light work. Spring semesters are really not that busy. But when I taught at several colleges per semester, I could have like 200 papers to read or journals and all kinds of shit. Hello from India. Hmm. It's 74. Yeah, it's 35 here and very windy. As a matter of fact, they said be careful when you go outside. I'm going out later though. I'm gonna make myself grade all these papers. I said I'm gonna go ahead and cover my live now because I'm doing a 30-day live challenge. I'm live. I'm a grade, and then I'm going to the mall. I think I feel like playing with puppies. I'm gonna go to the puppy store. Sometimes when I really want to play with the puppies, like I'll act like I'm gonna buy one and would never. I'm from the South. We don't buy dogs. South Jersey, that is. We don't buy dogs. But I like puppy breath, so I'll go there and pretend like I want a puppy so they could take one out. And then I go in the puppy room and I'll be like, oh, I love your puppy breath. Oh, I love your puppy breath. And then I'm like, no, I don't think I want this dog. I do, I do. Oh, God. This is getting on my nerves. My mouth is needs to be plugged. Where else can I plug this in at? Because, honey, mm-mm. I'm good, Neil. Nyla, Neely. I'm excellent. I'm faking it till I make it. Okay? To be honest with you. I'm faking it till I make it. Fake it till you make it. Please follow the rubric. You did not follow directions. Ugh. Ugh. College students of today couldn't handle the professors that I had back in my day. They ain't play no games. Neil to Neely. Oh, hi, Neil. My professors did not play no games. And they didn't give a damn if they hurt your feelings either. I had a professor call me out on my bullshit, and it was the best thing she ever could have done for me. I mean, I was mad at her at the time, but I was like, rest in peace, girl. And then my other professor, my mentor professor for becoming a therapist, she taught me the book stuff, but she also taught me real life shit on how to manage yourself as a therapist back then. And it's worse now, but even back then, the jewels that she dropped to me, I've always kept them close to my heart and in my mind. And then when I was doing my internship to get my master's degree, my supervisor for my internship was a nun, Sister Susie. That little lady was no joke. That lady was 4 foot 5 feet, a nun, in the Newark, New Jersey diocese. And she was tough. She was tough. I would follow her around Newark like a puppy dog. Like, where we going now, Sister Susie? We going to them projects? I hear gunshots. She was like, come on, the Lord is with us. Girl, the Lord. The Lord. That's my sister Susie. I know she going to heaven by now. She has to be in heaven by now. That was my girl. Captain and Tennille. Oh, Tennille. Oh, yeah, Captain and Tennille. Sister Susie. Those are the three people that Professor Guthrie, she hated me. Um, my mentor Dean, which I cannot remember her name, and then Sister Susie. I do, I do. Please double space your journal entries. I'm old. I can't read that, man. Oh my god, my stomach. I need a ginger ale. I need a ginger ale. Hi, Cancer. I'm following the streaming style of other streamers where they just bring their audience into their. Damn, I'm choking. Into their daily life and they just put on their stream. Happy Saturday. If you know me, you know I'm a college professor, among other things. And, oh, excuse me. My college has been on spring break, so I have some grading to do before we get back to it. And so that's what I'm doing. And then after that, I need to go on the IRS webpage because, yeah. And then after that, I got to deal with some insurance issues. And then after that, I'm going shopping because I need a new tablecloth. What else I'm going shopping for? I want to go to the box store, but I always spend too much money in there. I ain't going over there today. I do, I do. I do, I do. Hey Vegas. I'm just doing I'm streaming, but I'm grading. I'm doing a live Saturday morning live with Psychology Eats. Barely any talking. Unless y'all get me riled up. What is in my throat? I can't wait to do this wig review. I got 3 wigs I'm going to review. One is gray. No, it's like silver, orange, and then the pink one I'm going to review again, but in like a different style when I take my hair down. It's right here. Whatever it is right there. I'm reading journals for my classes. They had to write about parenting styles because there are 4 parenting styles in psychology and what was their experience being parented by whomever parented them. Because families are not just always made up of bio mom and bio dad or bio dad and bio mom or whatever, single family homes. So, whatever that looked like to you, somebody, whoever raised you, used a certain type of style. And, in psychology, we look at the 4 styles and which style gives the better outcome for children as adults. And I always say, like, if I'm doing a research like project, right? And so if I wanted to compare parenting styles, like my my thesis or my assumption would be college students probably had more of an authoritative parenting. They come from that type of parenting where they had loving parents, but they were firm and they gave consequences. Versus if I went and interviewed people that were in prison and asked them what type of parenting styles that they have, most of them would say that they had neglectful, permissive parents that really didn't set guidelines or rules or boundaries. Not everybody, because I know people who are in prison because they made a bad decision, but they came from good, wholesome families or parents that gave them consequences and boundaries. But somewhere during adolescence, in most cases, they got grown and didn't want to listen, and then ended up making bad choices. But for the most part, people who grew up in authoritative families have a better adult outcomes. So anyway, this is what I'm was the question for their my students' journal that they had last week before we went on vacation or spring break. Y'all, the students don't spring break like we used to back in the day. Of course, spring break probably was cheaper then because we could go. I never was like, oh, yeah, something wrong now. I never was the type that would go to Miami. I never went to Miami for spring break. I always went to usually I would spend my spring breaks in like the Bahamas. I would go to like the Bahamas and on for spring break, but it was. I remember it being even back then. It was cheap. Like it was cheap. It was like $300-400 for the week. When you in college, you gotta experience spring break. I ain't saying go down there and act the fool. Wherever you go, but you gotta experience spring break. I do. When I type, I keep my hands on the home row keys. Okay? That's how old I am. The home row keys. We learned that in high school. I'm so easily distracted. Like right now, y'all. Like I am grading. I'm on live because I'm doing my 30-day challenge, and I'm also in the process of I'm about to sweep and mop the kitchen. So I pulled up everything out of the kitchen, moved table. Like it's a disaster. Because and the bathroom that's downstairs. I'm in the middle. I'm gonna clean that too. Um, but in my head is saying, "Girl, f all that," and going on to the mall. You know, and or take a nap. If I take a nap, it's a wrap. You cleaning today too? I wish I had Tracy's energy. If y'all know who Tracy is, child, you should be. Child, give me 2, 3 days of Tracy so I can clean. Now, I don't want the people say she play with her nose. I ain't doing that. I ain't I'm not playing with my nose. La, 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 la. I am not playing with my nose so that so I can be the Energizer Bunny. Thanks. Well, I am not doing that, honey. I want to clean. I want to. I want to. I really do. I really just want to. I really, I really want to hire somebody to clean for me. I do. I really do. I always did. But my husband is from New York, and he always think people stealing from him. Man, don't nobody want your shit. If I had a service coming here now some of the services I wouldn't want like a Molly Maid because I knew some people that work for Molly Maids and they they do be stealing allegedly. But I just want a grandma who really know how to clean, and she ain't gonna get in my business. She's gonna come in, she's gonna do what I ask her to do, and that's it. That's who I need. Hi, Flurry World. That's who I need. But I don't want an agency. I see some of my neighbors have like Molly maids and stuff coming, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. And they don't even be home. It ain't no way I'm gonna let you come all up and through my house and I ain't here. But then I know my nephew got a cleaning service, and he like, I feel funny because I be home and they come in to clean, and I literally just be sitting there like, doo doo, like doo 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 doo, looking real lazy as they cleaning up all around you. I had a friend. She had a cleaning service. I hope she ain't in here, but She was a working mom. And she didn't have time to clean, and she had a pretty big house. So she hired a cleaning service because her husband be working all day. So she hired a cleaning service, and he didn't know that they even had a cleaning service. And the cleaning service people would come and clean. And he always would be bragging how his wife kept their house so clean and how does she do it? Meanwhile, dipstick, she had a cleaning service the whole time. Ah. That's still so funny to me because to this day I don't think he really even know that. Oh my god, that girl's a trip. And she'll be taking all the compliments too, like, yeah, when I get home, I just get to cleaning. Meanwhile, the cleaning people don't been there, don't clean that house from head to toe. Oh my god. Okay, hold on, y'all gotta read. Oh Lord. Mm. Please review. What is I love the way you do. Hi, hi. Hi, pink hands. Those are cute. What type of parenting style do you think that if you watch, because a lot of our timelines, especially those of us who do commentary on black celebrities or YouTubers, what kind of parenting style does Blueface give his kids? What type of parenting style is going on in that household? I mean, Blueface said himself he don't know how to parent. He want to be friends and not give direction or consequences. So the outcome for his children, if somebody else doesn't step in and be, give direction and control, not well control too, but direction, consequences, boundaries, then those kids are doomed. I'm done. I'm done. Hope you don't mind me speaking to you the way that much respect. Hi, Velvet. Whatever was in my throat, I think it's out now. I'm cold. I'm chilly. I'm chilly. Oh, I need my little heater. I need my little heater. Or a jacket or something, but I can't reach it. I can't reach it. Mm. Has anybody been to New Orleans? And if you travel there, if you live there, I'll be there in April. What kind of clothes should I wear? Like, or what are y'all doing in New Orleans? Do y'all wear, like, what y'all wear? Like, should I wear shorts? Like, sundress? Like, what's the weather like in New Orleans? I don't know. What's the vibe? Because I'm really not trying to overpack. I want to keep it very light. I am bringing like a medium sized suitcase and like a carry bag with all my essentials and my suitcase, but I'm only going to be there for 3 hot days. 3 days. 3 days and two. Is it 3 days? 3 days. 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. Or is it 4 days? It's 3 days. So I know I don't need a lot. I'm not gonna overpack. I'm just not gonna do that. But like I heard Bergen Street is kind of dirty. Like so maybe I'll just look at people's videos and I'll see what the vibe is. What is everybody wearing? Walking up and down Bergen Street. Like, are you wearing sandals, sneakers? Because they say the street is dirty. But then you're going into like bars and stuff like that. What are they wearing in the bars? I ain't even no bar person because I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. So I don't indulge in none of that. Not that I think I'm too good. It's just not for me, honey. But I will be down at that Caesars Casino. Ha! I'll be down there. I'll be over there. I don't want to go see no alligator farm. I ain't doing none of that. I'm not interested. I'm getting on that alligator boat, hot and sweaty, looking for alligators. No, thank you. I like historical things to a point because I don't want to be bored either. So I'm not going to do like I don't want to go down to the levees and look at where the Katrina levees bro. I don't want to do that. Let me go back to reading. But anyway, if you've been to New Orleans, like what would you wear? Is it? I know it's hot. Hey Google, what's the weather like in New Orleans in April?
The average high in April is 79 degrees Fahrenheit. The average low is 61 degrees. It has an average of 5 rainy days and 5 inches of rain. An average day in April has 12 hours of daylight.
Oh, I hope it don't rain when I'm there. Ooh, okay. So y'all, it's gonna be like 80 degrees. It's going to be like 80 degrees. Mm. Do the things you want to do. See how grading is so boring, y'all. You see what your teachers be going through when they got to grade all y'all work? That's why I could never be like a school teacher, elementary, high school, middle school, none of that. I never wanted to be a teacher. Now, college professor, yes, because you make your own, you design your own class however you want it to look like. You don't have like curriculum. Oh, you gotta do this. You gotta teach this. I could never. Yes, you have learning outcomes that you want to reach for your class. You gotta formulate all of that in a syllabus, but the control over how you teach and the material that you teach, you can pick the book that you want to teach from. That control like that is not there. Like in elementary school, middle school, high school, teachers are every bit of what they do is controlled now. More today than it's ever been in education. They're all like robots. They all teach the same shit in the same way. In the college setting, it's not like that. We could all be teaching from the same book, but we all have our own style of teaching it. As long as we get the content out, and the content can look like however you want, like something that I might find to be important, I really want to focus on in a class. Another professor will be like, they skip right over that. That's why I could never be a teacher in today's world. Like, hell no. They too controlled. They got too much control over how they manage the class and what they teach and what they do. Well, I couldn't be controlled in no environment. I don't want to be controlled. I don't care where I work. Oh my stomach. What do I want to eat for dinner? Um. mm, mm, Oh man. Oh, I wish you could bring me down to ginger ale. Y'all might have to leave you for a minute. I need to go and get a ginger ale. A ginger ale, like my grandma used to say, a ginger ale. A ginger ale. A ginger ale. I want a ginger ale. I want a ginger ale. I wonder what is in ginger that does calm your stomach down. You have an upset stomach, and you can drink ginger ale, you can drink ginger tea, you can eat a piece of ginger, and your stomach will calm down. I don't know. Is the word antioxidants? Oh yeah. A professor. I don't work with this professor, but I worked for this school before. I worked for this college before, but the professor um, got arrested because he was teaching an online class. He was teaching an online class, so he's sitting in class like this, teaching his online class. Allegedly, it ain't funny, but woo! So he was teaching his online class, and something happened where he needed to stand up. And he decided to stand up while he was teaching his online class. He's got 50 students online, cameras on, which he required. Everyone's camera is on. His camera is on. So he decides that he needs to stand up. Well, when he stand up, y'all, the man ain't have on no drawers. The man didn't have on no drawers. I said the man didn't have on no panties. He didn't have no drawers on, y'all. No drawers. No drawers. Everything was everywhere. And the class gagged. I mean, they were traumatized because he was like an old man. It ain't like Justin Bieber stood up naked. Like it ain't like like ooh, it was like ugh. And he got arrested because how it became child endangerment is because his class had dual enrollment students in it, which are high school students. And so that is indecent exposure. And so then he gonna say, y'all, then this is excuse. They said, man, why the hell? First of all, why is you sitting at your desk and no drawers? Like nobody can tell you how to dress. Like I don't know if a company has ever put out, you know, in their handbook, if you work online, you must be fully dressed. Who's gonna monitor that, right? And so, you work online, most of the time they probably don't even come to camera. But if you know you gonna be on camera, why would you sit at your desk and no drawers? All you got on is a button-up shirt and you ain't got no drawers on. Like, why would you do that? I mean, nothing. So then when he stood up, and from what I understand, when he stood up, it ain't like, how maybe you didn't know, like, you so used to not wearing your drawers that you kind of just stood up like, like class is over, I'm gonna walk away because I don't wear drawers like that. That's what I'm thinking he in his mind. But the class said when he stood up, he acted like it wasn't even no damn big ass. It wasn't no big deal. That's what the class said, allegedly. That when he stood up, it was like, 1 minute, guys, I'll be right back. And he ain't have on no drawers. Yep. So they kindly went right over to his house and arrested him for indecent exposure and a couple other things. Couple other things. Couple other things. Like, why would you do that? You would do that if you're a sexual deviant. You definitely gonna do that. You get off on that. I do the things I want you to. Please. Y'all, we almost finished. Hold on. No, we not. We almost finished with this class. I got 2 classes to grade. Do you think how would you feel if you were in a class? Like, do you want the professor to know your name? Now, I know in grade school and middle school and high school, the students are with the teacher for a full year, whatever that looks like. What, 6 months, 7 months, 8, 9 months? I don't know. So of course you're gonna learn your students' names. It's a lot of names to learn, though, if you think about it. But in colleges, have a good afternoon. You too, Kathy. In colleges, we get a new group of students every 15 weeks. So every 15 weeks, we might, depending on where you work or, how big your class is. I don't work for a university, but if I did, I could have 200 students in my class. My professors, I went to a university. My professors did not know my name, and I ain't feel no ways about it. Um, they really did. They just didn't. It was so many students. How would they learn 200 names every 15 weeks back then? But even bigger universities today still have classes of 15. Like 100 to 200 students in a class. Now my professor to student ratio is smaller at a smaller um, school, whoever. But still, in all, I could still have. Our student ratio is like 35, up to 35 students in a class. That's a small class, college class. But if you have 3 classes, I know professors who have, they work at adjunct professors, they work at 3 different colleges and they have 3 classes at each college. So they could have what? You do the math. That's a lot of students to learn names every 15 weeks that you learn in new students. So I'm not good with names anyway, like learning names. So I don't even try. And some professors are like sticklers about that. They like, no, we should know our students' names. I know it's every 15 weeks or whatever, but you should really make an effort to know your students' names. And I'm like, that's not I don't feel like I don't do that. Like, I really, so then like a professor was trying to teach me how she learns their names. She got this whole thing about how she learned their names and it works for her. But I'm like, why? I don't understand why you put that much effort into it when they're going to leave and you're going to get a new group and it's going to keep going like that. But, I would like to know students' names. It would be nice, face to name. But I just never really put effort into learning their names unless something significant happens. Like some students want you to know their names, and that's smart. That's actually very smart. Like they make an effort to introduce themselves to their professor because they want you to know who they are. Like that, to me, that's smart. Like I would do that, especially for a professor like me who's really not going to take the opportunity to learn your name like that. Hi, Gwen, especially if you're in my field. Like if you know you want to be a psychologist, I'm not a psychologist, but if I have students who want to be psychiatrists, they want to be psychologists, so they're coming into the field that I know very well. It would be smart of them to want to know me and me know them for various reasons. But overall, I don't really I don't do that. If you I guess if I really no, I ain't doing that. If you I know faces. I know faces. I know faces. I know faces and I know situations. Even with being a therapist and having many clients over the years, I may not remember your name, but I know your situation. Like whatever that situation is, I remember it. I just saw the old client at the grocery store, and I don't speak first because of HIPAA, even though this was many years ago. I never speak first to a client that I see out in the community. Students I can speak to because that's not HIPAA, but clients I never speak first. So she saw me, I saw her, and she was like, "You're not going to speak?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, girl," you know. Um, and like all of her business this started flooding back in my head. Like like now I'm remembering like all of it. And I think a lot of times people assume that you remember their business because she went right into her business, and I jumped right into her business with her because I did remember like the basics of her business. And she was just like, and I said, "Oh, you should, oh, I wanted you to get me a ginger ale, a ginger ale. I think it's never mind. Forget it. You downstairs now. They're in my room. It might be in my refrigerator in my room. Um. Anyway, so it's look at my refrigerator in my room or on my table. No, because they're your daddy's ginger ales. But I had one. But anyway, so then she was like catching me up on her business, and I could literally like jump right in, and we had a whole session right there at the grocery store. I do that all the time. But that's if thank you, son. That's if you want to tell like update me your business. I don't like go yeah. I don't just go into people's business with them. Like if they want to catch me up on their life, fine. But I don't be like, oh, what happened to your dad? Like I don't do that. Even though in my head I'd be like, what happened to your dad? In my head. No. Um hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I didn't want y'all to hear his business. Do y'all go to Flaming Crab? I may or may not have took this cup. What was I talking about? Oh, so then we had a quick little session right there in the grocery store, and it was fine. She went and finished her shopping. I finished my shopping, and it's that's it, and that's all. I see my clients out and about. Sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, you still in practice?" And I'm like, "No, booski, I retired." But here's my homegirl's number. Office number. Call her. She's accepting new patients. The only thing I want to do is it's cold, right? It's cold. Hi, Steph and Ed. You're here. Hi, Ralph. Um, what y'all doing? Just strolling through the internet streets? Thanks for sharing. Y'all just rolling and scrolling? Bye. Bye. My son don't even let his car warm up. I can't stand that. Steph, don't say that because I'm trying to fight a nap. Because my naps be too long. Like, an average nap should be an hour tops. My naps be 3 to 5 hours. Okay, 3 hours. I find me a nice little ASMR pimple popping video. Probably usually right now I've been on. I usually like the ASMR couple. I let them put me to sleep because the way she be scratching all up in his scalp, and she just be that will 4 hours. Damn, you worse than me. We literally just woke up. I use the ASMR. That's how I go to sleep. The ASMR couple. Oh, girl, the way they be in that. I use her, and then I can Doctor Pimple Popper. No, he ain't doctor. He a doctor, but Mr. Pops it. I use him too, and the way he be like I watch him. Sometimes I like his voice. Sometimes I don't, and that'll get me to sleep. That's what I've been on right now to put me to sleep. Oh, over on TikTok, they sell a fake head, and it's full of like gel and stuff, and you can pop it. That's not that ain't for me. I don't like that. I am trying to get them to send me a free one though, so I could just see if I might like it. But I don't want to take a nap because let me see. It's what time is it? Hey Google, what time is it?
3:02 p.m.
My laptop is correct. Audiobooks for you. I never try audiobooks. I think I don't like audiobooks. But if that works, like it doesn't work for me to do like sounds like rain or water. That doesn't work for me to go to sleep. I can literally go to sleep off of anything. But if I want to relax into my sleep,
Sorry, I didn't understand.
okay, stop Google girl. Um if I want to like I need help getting to sleep because I want to really go to sleep. Like I want to immediately go into REM sleep and just go into a dream immediately. Like I would use something like that. But my naps be too long. Like right now, let's say I finish this and 4 o'clock I take a nap. I'm not gonna wake up to 7, 8 o'clock, and I'm trying to go to the mall. So that's why I gotta fight this nap. And then I do intermittent fasting. So I fast. This morning I didn't get up until after 11 o'clock. Oh yeah, I gotta go to shop right too. But I didn't get up to after 11 o'clock. And my husband, I told him to scramble me some eggs. I wanted to have all protein breakfast slash lunch. So I had scrambled eggs, some ham, and some pork roll. But then here I go. I had to make a little sandwich out of it. But anywho, I'm just saying that the nap is not going to work for me tonight. I cannot take a nap right now, although I want to, but it's going to last too long. I do want to go to the mall, but no, I got to go to the mall today because that coupon ends today at the store. And I got my daughter said she needs some new work shoes. And I gotta go over there and see if they got her size. I gotta go see if they got her size. She grown, but I always buy her work shoes. And I bought her some new work clothes, but she ain't never come and get them. I bought her 2 pair of pants. I bought her some socks because she on her feet all day at her job. I usually get her like they have to wear all black shoes, but a black pair of Skechers. But they got to look nice on the top, but they can wear Skechers on the bottom. And she said she needed a new pair of Skechers, but they didn't have her size. All black Skechers. I got her some clothes too. I said, "Oh, I got you some new work clothes. If you want to, you can come and get them." She ain't came and got them yet. She ain't came and got them yet. You do the things you wanna do. I can do it. I'ma do it. I'ma do it. Y'all, it's been over an hour. I'm still trying to grade these papers. I'm still on the first class. Wait a minute, y'all. I got 2 more to do. And then I got to go over to the other class and do it. Where you going? Y'all, I live with all men. I don't like that. That's why I miss my daughter. I don't have nobody to cackle with. They don't know how to cackle. They don't know how to laugh. They don't laugh right. They don't laugh right. My son will giggle, giggle, laugh, giggle, giggle, but not like I want him to. He don't find the same thing to be funny. Like me and my daughter be cackling. We be cackling. Mm. Men don't gossip right. Y'all, thank you everyone who's been coming into my 30-day live stream challenge. I've been going live for 8 days straight, which it's not me because I usually don't go live like that. But the way things are looking for what's this called? The internet and social media, and streaming. Streaming is popular. Hold on, y'all. Everyone loves a good stream, honey. I love a good stream. Y'all love a good stream. You get to look inside people's lives that you normally wouldn't have access to, especially our celebrities, honey. You get me a celebrity that's streaming, honey. I'm looking all around their head. I'm trying to see what their kitchen look like, what their bathroom look like, what y'all got going on over there. I don't stream like that. All y'all can get is this backdrop. That if you like this backdrop, it's these are easy to install. I got these off TikTok shop. They are on my TikTok showroom, honey. They have different designs, different colors. Oh. 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 All right, you have a blessed day. Bye. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a double live. I'm gonna do I'm gonna stream my TikTok and what's this called? YouTube. In my head, that's what I'm gonna do right now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm love. All right, y'all. Wait, I think we done. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Shit. Yo, I think we wait, are we done? Are we done? 21 and 21, they're done. All right, I think I'm done with this class. Let's go back. Let's go back. Are you, hold on, y'all. Save that. Save that. I do the things I want to do. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to. I'm strong. I mean, sprung. What the hell, love? Hold on, y'all. Anyway, y'all, we did the first class. Now it's time. Oh, y'all. I can't find the grades. Did this mother... Was that journal too? Y'all, we got a new program that we dealing with here, honey. And honey. Wait, some of them sent me... Let's see now. Let's just do that. Save. Oh, Lord. All right, let's skip that. Okay, let's go to this. I do the thing I want to do. Do. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute, baby. Baby, wait a minute, baby. Anywho, we talked about a lot today. No, we didn't. Oh, shit. What is wrong with this? Y'all, this did not set up correctly, did it? I hate technology. Oh no, yes it did. My bad. Oh my god, I hate technology. Okay, y'all, we on our second class, and although I have 28 students in the class, only 16 turned in their assignment. And unlike high school and middle school and elementary school, we don't beg our students to do the work. You do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. Okay? You do it, you do it, and if you don't, you don't. My professors never, I mean, I guess they might have cared. I don't know, but they never said, you didn't turn in the assignment. What happened? You got an F and everybody moved on with their life. So we got to grade these 16, although it should be 28. Y'all do the math. How many people didn't do their assignment? Okay, 28 from 16. 26, 0, 20. Damn! That's crazy. And I don't do makeup. I don't let you do a makeup. I don't believe in that. Because you know why professors don't let you do makeup is because once we are finally able to sit down and grade, we are going to move on with what the thing is that we have to do next, like any other thing. Like, so you have an ample amount of time to get your work done, and if you don't, then me allowing you to make up, now you're imposing on my schedule and what I gotta do. So that's why we don't allow that. Well, I don't. Some new professors do, and I always tell them you're gonna burn out. Um, please, you're gonna burn out. Follow the rubric. Read the requirements. You're gonna burn out. You're going to burn out. You're going to burn out, honey. You're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out. You give directions, and if they don't follow the directions, then you're gonna burn out. You are going to burn out, honey. Please read the rubric and follow the directions. Y'all, am I a bitch? I gotta be. I have to be. I have to be. I have to because my college is also a vocational college for healthcare. So these are your future nurses, doctors, dentists, radiologists. Like, if you can't follow my directions, then how I know that when I come to the hospital, you ain't gonna fuck me up because you don't know how to follow directions. I'm gonna teach you a little lesson right here, right now, because I'm gonna need you to be the best nurse, radiologist, mammogrammist, teacher, lawyer, doctor, baseball player, whatever the hell you got going on. You're going to be the best at it. Period. You can't follow these simple directions, then how you gonna follow directions to pull my tooth out my head correctly? I used to go over to the dental department and let them play in my mouth, but ah, child, they gotta learn. Ain't nothing going on, honey. I'm just grading. I'm just doing a stream. You know how the streamers just be streaming and they just let the people look at their life as they streaming. That's what I'm doing today. I've been grading for the last hour and talking shit. After I grade the rest of these, then I'm going to the mall. No, I'm gonna finish sweeping this floor. I'm gonna sweep and mop my floors, and then I'm going. That's it. I wish it was nice outside. I'm doing me, honey. I wish it was not. I want to wear a sweater. You know, it's like a light little sweater, and like pull my Crocs back out. Like, and the TikTok shop really been having some cute Crocs. I might step my Crocs up this, for the summer type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I might do that. But you can't because it's 14 degrees outside. And the wind is blowing all crazy. But I hope everybody has a blessed day today. The sun is out. So we definitely, oh, come on. Let me see, can I take this string off? You got enough juice, honey? Oh, yes, she got enough juice. I hope that everyone gets out today, and get more sun. We need more sun. We need sun. I need to go and get more yogurt. I need more granola. So I need to go and do that. Please follow the rubric and the instructions for the journal. The Whitakers, oh girl, I don't know. They say Betty lives with a subscriber now. One of her subscribers showed, well, Betty don't know that they subscribers, but some lady named Gloria showed up at her house and convinced her to move in her house. Now, I don't know if Gloria lived down the street, up the street, in the holler, around the corner from the holler, but that's what they say, that she lives in, Betty left the house, and then Betty went to court. I can't confirm or deny, but from what I heard, Betty went to court and them people don't tricked her out of her rights and told her that if she didn't sign away her rights to Lorraine and and Timmy and Ray, that they were going to get her for neglect of somebody with intellectual disabilities. Basically, they told her they was going to lock her and Larry up, and if they didn't sign away their rights to them, which is horrible. It's so wrong. Anyway, that's what I heard. That she'll never see them again. It's just like if you put a child in foster care and their parents lose their parental rights for the child, they don't see them again until the children find them when they turn 18. So unless Timmy, Lorraine is, she's probably in some sort of confinement home or confined. And Ray, he couldn't find his way back home. Timmy is the only chance she would ever have. Maybe if some kind worker who's working with Timmy, you know, I don't know, would let Timmy see his family again. But from what it sounds like, Betty and Larry will never see them again. And that is horrible. You're right. Larry and BJ, because Larry just as much as a crook as BJ is. He just ain't on crack. He just ain't on crack. But he just fell for all of. He let people get in his head too. Like, he let Patrick get in his head. He let, what's his name? Eric get in his head. Just kind of looking for an easy way out. Like, let me just try to get this money type shit. And they tricked him out of everything. They tricked him out of everything. He lost they both did. They lost everything. But I just don't, in my opinion, that the county didn't handle that right at all. They really didn't. Taking him out the house, yes, I can understand that. But unless it's more that we just don't know, there was more neglect or some sort of abuse that we don't know about, um, then I get it. Why they would say that you cannot have any more contact with them because of the way you treated them. Larry and BJ are that meth and crack part. You think Larry on that shit too? You think Larry on that shit? Because BJ did mention that her mama was also an opiate abuser, Larry's wife. But that don't mean that Larry was on it, because I know couples, one is addicted, one is not. You know what I mean? We know that happens. But you think Larry was on that shit? I don't know. I don't know how they sucked up 14, 15, $30,000 worth of meth and crack all in BJ's nose. Somebody was helping her. Somebody was helping her. Because why would Larry be sitting up in that trailer and BJ over there sucking on her pipe and he over acting like it ain't happening? That was a lot of crack. That was over $100,000 in crack. I'm talking about the money that Mark gave them from the GoFundMe. I'm talking about the Mark money, because they wasn't getting much out of Patrick and Eric. They wasn't getting no money. That's why they fell out with them so quick, because they didn't have no money. They ain't have Mark money. They did not have Mark's money. They did not have Mark's money. I wouldn't doubt it. Somebody helped her use all them drugs. It wasn't snowing there as well. I'm not talking about the snow that falls from the sky. Hey, Lady K. Girl. You think they was playing with their nose? Snorting a little bit and sucking through the pipe? I don't know. It was a lot of drugs to be going used by one person. It was a lot to be used by one person. I'm telling you, the county has to know more than what we know publicly, because in my experience of all the years that I work with families, and it wouldn't, the outcome wouldn't have looked like that for Betty. Not having any more contact with her family. So it's more, it's something else to it. Although Eric act like he was going to tell us something and never did, and don't disappear. Mm-hmm. It is something else. Thanks for sharing. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, honey. But whatever it is, it's I'm just so mad they locked their records up. West Virginia does not open up their court records for APS class, APS court hearings. It's true that a subscriber took Betty, and that's a good thing for Betty. She needed to get out of that situation as well as the senior. Oh, and I heard they let her bring her little dog too, Brownie. I think she got Brownie with her. Oh, but you can imagine how broken her heart is. I don't care where you take, it's just like the foster care situation. People think when you remove kids from foster care that you've done the best thing for them. You traumatize them. Yes, they shouldn't live in neglect and abuse, but you got to understand the loss that comes with that. And although Betty could be living in a mansion with somebody, her heart is still torn into pieces. She's broken, never to be the same. Like her family, everything she ever knew has been taken from her. I was what paperwork that Eric had Betty turn in. Just an option. It was what was on paperwork. Yeah, Lady K, but it's got to be more. Like it's got to be something else that the county knows or they found out. Like I don't know. When they take somebody out of a home for neglect and abuse, they always take you to the hospital to get a full physical exam. And, I don't know what the hospital reported. What did they see? Did they see burn marks, old broken bones, bruises? Even impactment can get you in trouble. Was somebody impacted full of poo poo? And, meaning that, they wasn't going to the bathroom and nobody took them to seek medical care. Like, was raised blood sugar high? Was, like the medical part of it. Like, it's something else. It's something else. Remember that was Timmy's father. Like, what was it? We don't know the medical. I'm telling. It was something. It's something in the record, and it could have been related to medical. Chances are Lorraine got diabetes. All she did was ate chips, and then here come Eric with tons of chips. I'm gonna give Lorraine a bag of chips every time I see her. Shut the fuck up, Eric. You don't know if Lorraine got diabetes, kidney issues, and here you go with your bag of chips. Probably raised the lady blood sugar up so damn high, A1C 15, all that shit. They did a full workup. Ray kneecaps is rubbing together, and poor thing can barely walk. His knees hurt. Everybody that came in the house, he told him my knee hurt. He showed him my knee. When they took them and gave them a full examination, ooh, I'd love to get my hands on that medical report. That medical report must have said it all. You hear me? Yeah, Ray always told everybody, my knee. He'll hit his knee. Yeah, his knee was swollen up. He probably was bone on bone. And Betty just sitting there. Of course, we know we get it that she shouldn't have, continued to take care of them. But to say she could never see them again is cruel and unusual punishment. It's cruel. It really is cruel. Unless it's something that we don't know. Unless it's something that we don't know. And I just can't see her being that cruel. Because when you're a cruel person, usually you hide. And Betty and them was too open to let anybody come. I mean, we could literally go over there right now if we wanted to, if Betty was home. When you're cruel like that, like deliberately being cruel and mean to somebody, you hide it. Betty was sitting on the porch. Betty was sitting on the porch all day, every day. It wasn't like she was hiding somewhere. Like, dog, can't nobody come in here because she got Ray in a cage and, Lorraine in a bed tied to the bed. Like, it wasn't like that. They were all sitting on the porch to keep them from bed. It's absolutely cruel. It's something else she did. I'm telling you, Milky, it's something else that we don't know. It's something that we don't know. Because I would have never guessed if this case would have ended like this. And then from the state to tell her basically sign your rights away or we're gonna arrest you. What judge is gonna throw Betty in jail? To get the three of them in a better place. God has them at. That's true. That's true. They may be in a better place and they may be doing physically better, but honey, you can never heal that broken heart. That heart and the brokenness of their heart and the fear of what, like, y'all, how long has it been? Has it been 4 months, 5 months, 6 months? Can you imagine because of their limited intellectual ability and even the concept of understanding? They have like the mind of a child. So in their mind, they think, well, maybe they're all dead. The easy way to think about it is they're all dead. Betty's dead, Larry's dead, BJ's dead. They gotta be all dead because it would be no way that they would allow, I'm thinking like Lorraine or Ray or Timmy, they gotta be dead because there's no way they would let us be gone away this long. So in their minds, they probably like they're all dead. Somebody said Timmy was in a hotel. Somebody said Timmy was in a hotel by himself, which I can't believe that. But then again, I can't believe what this county has done. But they say Timmy in a hotel, y'all. And the staff come over there to see him. They say Timmy in a hotel by himself. And staff people come to this hotel to go see him. And they take him over to the nursing home to see Lorraine. And Ray is not in the same placement that they're in. If any of y'all workers got any kind of heart, y'all would send me a picture of them. I ain't gonna show nobody. I swear I'm not. Just send me a picture. That's it. That's all I just want to see if they straight. I want to see Timmy. Just send me a picture. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Make up a new email address and send me the picture. Just send me a picture. Timmy's not in a hotel. Thank God, because that didn't even make sense. Timmy can't take care of himself in no hotel. Shit. Timmy cannot take care. That town is not that small. I could literally go. Child, it can't be that big. It can't be. Somebody don't snitched on something. I know one of them workers don't sent a picture, email to somebody. Some of y'all, Lady K, give me the scoop. Y'all know where they at. Somebody know where they are. Timmy can't be alone. He can't feed himself. Thank you. He certainly couldn't prepare a meal. Oh, Timmy. And as much as we can't stand Patrick sometimes, I don't know, y'all hate Patrick or not. I don't really have no feeling about Patrick. But I know he probably missed Patrick too. He was having fun with Patrick. He was having fun with Patrick. He was. I just know Betty is just living with a broken heart. I mean, I know she's down living with Gloria allegedly, but I know her heart is broken. My email is girl, my email is in my description box. Psychology. Wait a minute. Psychology eats the number 2 at gmail.com. But it's in the description box. Yep. Psychology eats the number 2. Is that it, y'all? That's it. No, he can't go to Mickey D's and order on a Mickey D's menu. No, he cannot. But he could be taught. He can definitely be taught. Timmy could be taught that. He could definitely be taught that. Because he had a mindset of a child. I mean, these kids today, not only can they go to McDonald's and order, hell, they can order it online. These kids today can go on the app and order anything they want. Please follow the rubric and directions of the journal assignment. I'll get it. Okay, get it from my description box. I really do want to know where they are. But if Betty not living in the house, you think Larry's still over there trying to live in the house? Is Larry still sitting on the porch? Larry and Kenny. Now we down to Larry, Kenny. We down to Larry, Kenny, and BJ when BJ home. The right worker, Timmy could be functioning young man. Yes, he could. 100%. I hope he's in a group home. With good staff, and they go out on trips and they teaching them, life skills. He goes to a day group where he gets to color and socialize, and they go on trips like the zoo and the mall and the park, and they go out to dinner. Larry on the porch allegedly with BJ looking dumb. Blaming the whole world except themselves. Please follow the rubric for directions. Child. Come on, Larry. Get off your ass, man. I wonder how they act with Patrick, because don't Patrick got to pass their house to go out to the main part of the county? What do they do when they see Patrick zoom past and Patrick dog looking out the window at them? Do they wave to each other? Having a hard time paying bills because those checks are gone. Honey, they is broke. Because Larry couldn't do nothing with his own check because BJ probably be begging so bad. And his grandkids and they kids and kids' kids. No, they can't pay the bills. I'm surprised they still got electric. No, they can't pay the bills. They fucked the money up bad. They really did. They really did. They really, really did. They really messed it up bad. But like I always said, Mark was not a good steward of that money. Patrick's part of the family, girl. Patrick's part of the family. You think Patrick's still cool with them after they don't got him locked up? I don't know why they going after Patrick for money. They're not getting nothing out of Patrick. Patrick spent that money. That money is gone. You ain't getting nothing out of no damn Patrick. That money is gone. He made a couple of months worth of money, but that money ain't coming in like it was before. They messed up the bag. They really, all of them messed the bag up. All of them messed the bag up. All of them. They needed a social media manager. They needed a social media manager to get everybody in the same room and just say, look, this is how we're going to do this. You want this YouTube thing to grow. You want to make money from here and beyond. This is how we're going to do this. But they messed the money up. Health department, they should have been bulldozed that house down. That house should be in the dirt. In the dirt. But from what I understand, because I watched other YouTubers that go to other parts of the holler and other hollers in the area, and it sounds like It's a normal thing for people to run their sewage from whatever body of water is running behind their house. So it's like the sewer and the not, it ain't a river but a stream is what is, they poo poo was going in the stream in the backyard. I've heard that from other channels. That's a county problem. That's a statewide problem. That's a federal problem. Like, why are people still living like that? It's like having an outhouse. Nobody should be living in an outhouse in 2026 states. Ooh. Well, oh, a creek. I knew it was a word I could. What I say? A river? A river, a creek, a trail. Ah! River, a creek, a stream, a body of water. Name a body of water. A creek, a stream, a river, or the ocean. Hell, all our shit go in the ocean. Ew, especially from a cruise ship. It's so disgusting. Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh. Oh, y'all, we almost finished, honey. We almost finished with this grading. Oh, we almost finished. We almost finished. All we gotta do is mop the floor. Sweep first, then mop, and then I can go to the mall. Hey, then I can go to the mall. And I gotta go to the shop right because I need something from the shop right too. What do I mean for dinner? It's Saturday night. I just got paid. Why is it when we get paid and pay the bills and we ain't got shit left? That is disgusting. Mm. Yeah, well, y'all, we're going to keep the Whitakers lifted up in prayer. That's all we could do. But I'm always from the school of thought. If something can happen to somebody else, then it can happen to me too. And if it ain't right for them, I wouldn't want a lake. What about a lake? We didn't say a lake. Right. I know when we was caregiving for my dad who had dementia, the last 7 months of his life. He probably had dementia for like over a year, but I wouldn't post him. I didn't live with him, but I see people who post their family members in, situations like that when they have dementia or they're sick, and people call the county on them or they call the police, and I was just like, I could never like imagine like I have shared that journey of my dad's on social media, and then I get doxxed, and then like just imagine like literally right now even thinking about that I like have anxiety. And so then let's say I shared that and then somebody decided like they didn't like the way I didn't change my dad, or they didn't like what my dad said, like whatever. And then they get a court order to come and remove my dad from my home. I'm not getting a rotisserie chicken today. Awesome. Because the last one I got didn't taste right. But anyway. And so then they removed my dad. So I'm going to tell y'all this quick story. So my sister is a nurse. One of my sisters is an RN nurse practitioner. She was Okay, like my dad had got hospitalized, but my two sisters had already planned to go to Europe. They were going on a trip. And so they were going to cancel a trip, but I was like, no, 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 don't cancel a trip. I'll just take, I'm going to take 2 weeks off from work and don't worry about it. Me and mommy and other family members, we'll be here. Daddy going to be in the hospital. So my sister, the nurse, like they leave and they go to Europe. And while they're there for like 2 weeks, there were some periods that I couldn't reach them and they couldn't reach us. And so then my dad was having, the doctors would come in and say, oh, well, this is happening and that's happening. And then I would just be like stuck like Chuck. But my sister had left like a couple of doctors that she knew and worked for. So I had access to medical people that I could trust, but it still wasn't my sister, right? So anyway, y'all. So my dad's in the hospital. I'm staying with my dad all night. My mom stays all day because we never want to leave him by himself because he has Alzheimer's, and we didn't, we just want to keep reassuring him that he's okay. So it comes to a point like maybe like 6 days. It's like 6 days before my sisters are going to be coming back. And the hospital basically kicks daddy out the hospital. And they're like, well, you could take him home. But me and mommy knew we could not handle him at home because we didn't have no services in place or whatever. So they said, well, he could go to a nursing home. So the nursing homes availability in the area where they live were horrendous. When I tell you, I've worked for nursing homes, and in the nursing home business, we all know which ones are good, which ones aren't, right? This nursing home I knew was horrendous. It was horrible. But it was close enough that my mom could drive there and then you know what I mean? So even though it was bad, the other ones wasn't that great either, y'all. So anyway, so I agreed to let my dad go to this nursing home. Now my dad, even in his dementia, he was like, am I at so and so? My dad always talk like this. He was like, am I at so and so? And I was like, yeah, daddy. I said, but you ain't gonna be here long, just until, just until Sissy comes back home, and then we're gonna make a decision about what's gonna happen. But you ain't gonna be here. Anyway, that motherfucking nursing home. Oh my God, y'all. They should be shut down. They really this particular nursing home should not even exist. It's so disgusting. So daddy is at the nursing home. Brings me back to the Whitakers. So anyway, the daddy is at the nursing home. And he there for about 4 days. And I can't take it no more. I'm like, I gotta get him out of here. I cannot let him stay here. I can't let him stay in this nursing home. Um my dad only had it for like a year, but he was uh needed care the last 7 months of his life. 24-hour care. So anyway, we at the nursing home. They wouldn't let me sleep there because I was like, well, I'm just gonna sleep here with my dad at night, and my mom will be here during the day. And they was like, no, we don't let people sleep overnight, family overnight, unless they're at the end of life. Then they can, but your dad is not even on hospice, so no, you can't spend the night. Now I want to cuss everybody out, but I can't because daddy is here and I don't want them to treat him no kind of way, right? So I'm trying to be cool with like the care people, the CNAs. I'm like basically like trying to be so cool with them so they can look out for my dad. Which because it's in my hometown, like I knew some people that worked there. So they was gonna look out for my dad. The nurse knew my dad. It was, as a matter of fact, the nurse, one of his nurses was like my dad's brother's girlfriend's son. You know what I mean? Daughter. So anyway, it was people that I knew my dad was safe. Oh, I just didn't want him there. Okay, so anywho, y'all. So now it's like days away from my sister returning back from the trip. And at this point, I don't told her how horrible it is. She's trying to reach out to the doctor to figure out what we could do, da da da. And they was just like, we could send him to a better one, but this one is like an hour away. And I'm like, ain't no way mommy gonna be able to get there or drive there. And anyway, y'all. So now this is where my point is about losing the rights to your family member. So daddy is like begging me to go home. And I'm like, Daddy, I'm gonna try to get you home. So I was like, Daddy, I'm gonna get you out of here. So me and Daddy forged a plan. I was like, Daddy, I'm gonna get you out of here. So Daddy was like, you gonna get me out? And I was like, I'm gonna get you out. So then we had a family care meeting, right, y'all? Now I'm geared up. I'm like, get Daddy out of here. In my head, I'm like, getting my fucking dad out of here. So my mom was looking at me like, girl, what we gonna do with him? He is a full care. Like me and you can't even lift him. Like we gonna have to wait to get all the services in place, blah, blah, blah. So then we in the meeting to, the family meeting or whatever, the health meeting. And I'm like, Daddy looking at me like, and I'm looking at him like, and I was like, I want my dad. I'm taking my dad home. I said, I'm taking my dad home. And they was like, do you have you we're not going to agree to you if you leave, it's against medical advice. And you know that if you leave against medical advice, it fucks you for the insurance, everything, right? So daddy's still looking at me, even though he had dementia. My dad was an engineer, he was very smart. My dad helped create the latest use of the EpiPen. I'm just gonna put that out there. My dad created the glass part of the EpiPen. Okay, so anyway, back in his heyday of being an engineer and a scientist. So anyway, he looking at me and I'm looking at him and I'm like, they all right. Shit. Well, how we gonna? We ain't even got a good wheelchair at the house. We need a medical bed. We need. So they was like, he's not ready. He can't bear weight. You don't have services. Da da da. And I'm like, I understand that, but I just want my dad home. And they was like, well, what are we doing wrong? And I'm like, it stinks here. I just don't. I was like, I just don't want him here. I don't want him here. So then the meeting ends, and I'm like, you just wait till my sister gets back from Europe. You'll see. So we go back to like, I pushed daddy out of the meeting, and he was like, am I going home today? I was like, no, no, you're not. So then we patiently waiting for my sister to come home. My sister, oh my God, my sister get home. Now, I don't cry. I'm on the phone. Healthcare is horrible, y'all. So anyway, so my sister finally returns back, and she coming like us, and I now I'm talking big shit because I know she on her way back. And I'm like, yeah, you wait till my sister get here. Oh, y'all gonna be in trouble when my son. Now, mind you, she the baby sister. But I'm like, when my sister get here, right, Daddy? Oh, you pack your shit, cause we are about to be up out of here. And when my sister got there, let's just say my dad was home in a day with full. No, it took 2 days with full services, and my sister stayed the night. They were like, Miss Ma'am, you can't spend the night. My sister's like, well, you go ahead and call the police because I'm not leaving. We're not leaving my dad here unsupervised. You cannot provide the care that he needs, and I'm not leaving. So, and you're going to arrange all. Well, my sister called the doctor. The doctor was like, "Oh, no problem," because she nurse talk. I'm not a nurse. I don't know what to say. I don't know to say his oxygen level was da 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 da, and his PSOP da 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 da. I don't know that language, and so my sister did. And in 2 days, my dad was back home, full service. He had everything. He had nursing care. He had the bed. He had the oxygen machine. He had the BiPAP, not the CPAP, the BiPAP. He needed a BiPAP machine. He had um, all of the skin care, everything, just everything he needed, he had. So I said all of that to say to make sure one of your children are either a doctor or a RN nurse, because you need nurses in your family. You really do. To really navigate this healthcare system, you need somebody who knows the jargon, they know what to say, all of that. That's why I told y'all that whole story. But I said all that to say I felt so powerless. Like powerless to say, I'm walking my dad. This is my motherfucking daddy. And I don't want him in this facility. And they basically was like, well, you keeping him here. I still want to go back and smack the shit out of some people. That's why in the case of Betty and the Whitakers and all of that, that shit will never sit right with a lot of people, that she lost her rights like that. Why? Because she was powerless. Powerless. She didn't have an attorney. She didn't have an advocate that spoke the language of the people, the smart people or the people in power. She didn't have the language. She didn't have what she needed to say. I didn't hurt my family. I didn't do this to my family. The reason why I did this, that, and that is because of these reasons and these things. Yeah, my house is disgusting, but in Betty's mind of always, you probably living in squalor like that. You try taking care of three people that are probably incontinent, low functioning. It Not that it was right, we know it was wrong the way they lived and all of that, but at the same time, she loved her family and they just could have been treated better than that. Y'all back to reading again. A urologist too, yes, all of that, everything. My sister is really a godsend for our family, and it's crazy because my mom really trained her like that. Even from a little girl, my mom was like, "You're going to be a nurse." My mom was telling her like, "You're going to be a nurse," because my sister just had that. She could see in my sister the ability that for that type of care. Like my grandma had Alzheimer's and was bedridden, and my sister at 10 years old would help my aunt take care of her, like, do the nursing things to her. And my sister is about to be the graduation speaker for our middle school that we all went to. And she said, she was writing her speech to be the keynote speaker. She was just a keynote speaker at another school too, but she was saying that she was inspired to be a nurse because my mom really fed that to her and encouraged her. And then one of my cousins gave her a little book of medical, like a little medical book or something like that. And she said, I would read the book and read the book and read the book. And I knew I wanted to go into, like nursing care and being a nurse. I knew I was going to be a nurse, but her just being a godsend to everybody in our family, really, because everybody goes to her for medical advice. Like, my sister is usually the first person that in our family, if somebody's having a medical issue, family and friends, but she's the first person that's going to be at that hospital, in the beginning of whatever you got going on. And if you're dying, she's going to be right there with you. I don't know how many people my sister has been. She was with my dad when he died. It was just him and her. And when he passed away, but she's done that with so many other family members, just being there with them as they transition from life to death. And it's really been a blessing. It really has. Now, don't get me wrong, I will cuss her out. Yeah. old mother hen, the others mistreated. She was. Betty didn't have a life. But I believe Betty loved her, you know what I mean? She had her little chickens, she had her garden. She took care of them the best she could. She didn't deserve this. Not to see her family ever again. Come the fuck on now. They cold. That county is cold unless they know something that we don't know. That county is cold, y'all. Just like them people was cold when they told me I couldn't take my daddy out of that nursing home. And I already know what it was. They was definitely gonna kick my dad out the nursing home anyway. Once they used up all them 90 days for Medicare. Once them 90 days was gone, then they wanted him to stay as long as he could to get them 90 days. But they was never gonna get them 90 days. Medicare paid, but they paid for home care. That's what they paid for, home care. Well, never gonna treat my father like that. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm reading something good, y'all. Hold on for a minute. This is a good one. I'm reading journals, y'all, for my class. Wait a minute now. Mm, mm. She took care of them and she was content, but the other family members mistreated her. I know BJ used to smack her and hit her, push her and intimidate her and yell at her and get in her face. When you on crack, you know you do all that shit. And you know Betty got money tucked away somewhere. Yeah, Betty gave it to her. She was scared of her. Mm. Girl, this journal was good. Mm-mm. Sister. Sister girl. Mm, 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 mm. Honey, joy comes in the morning, don't it? How? Joy comes in the morning time. You could be going through the worst part of your life. You think, oh, it's just no way this can ever get better. And then joy comes in the morning, honey. Give it time. Give it time. Work through it. Mm-mm-mm. We only get a little bit of time on this earth. It is no need for you to cut it short, honey. Give it time. Woo! Woo, woo. I can't believe that wind. Y'all don't feel like going to the mall now. What am I gonna eat for dinner? It's already 4 o'clock. I gotta eat soon because I don't eat past 7. But I did eat late last. I ate a yogurt late last night because I felt like my blood sugar was low. Y'all, we got 2 more to grade. We have 2 more journals to grade. And I actually read my students' journals. And I read research papers. Unlike my professors that I found out how professors really be reading papers, especially if it's a long paper. I don't blame them for that. Because if I'm assigned a 15 to 20 page paper and I got 200, I got 200 students and I don't assign a 20-page research paper, the professor is going to read the first page. They're going to ask you to do an abstract. Do the abstract. I'm going to read the first page. We're going to read the middle page. And we're going to read the last page. Some professors, I don't know. I guess they read them. I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's why when assignments are due and students are like, "Did you grade it yet?" I'm like, "Girl, you are not my only student. I'm gonna get to it." But I don't like coming back from a break and I still got ungraded stuff. I don't like that. But I'm a fast reader because I learned how to read. Um, I forgot what that professor used to call it. Rapid reading or read it in clusters or something like that. I learned that my first. Oh, hell no. Oh, hells no. Anywho, y'all gonna have to hit them with this one. Please read the rubric. Not me can't spell rubric. Spell it, girl. Still can't spell it. Why ain't he spelling right? Oh. Hee hee. And follow the directions. Follow the direction. The direction. Ooh. Follow the direction. Follow the direction. All right, y'all. So we have done that. We're done grading for today. See, that took 2 hours. Damn. That took 2 hours. So I'm done with that. Now I'm about to mop my floor. I need to keep all this like this because I do need to come back and look some. Now let me go on that website right now. But anyway, it was nice talking to everybody. Hold on, y'all, for a minute, because y'all, look at this. I got to do a video on this. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. God damn it. Y'all looking at my butt. I got this off TikTok shop. Yeah. I got to do a promo video on this. And I got to do a promo video on something else. Ooh. I got to do a promo video on this. I got to look at the video because I forgot. I know it's to work out. Oh, feel good. Oh, the stretch. Okay. So I got to do this and I got to do. I got to do something else. Those glasses. I got a new pair of that. That's what I got to do. Maybe later on today or whenever. I still got like 13 more days to do it. I'll be waiting to the last minute, which is not good. But, child. All right, y'all, let's sign into the IRS. See what the fuck they talking about. Who been on here this whole time with me? Identify yourselves. 7222908, 7222901, 7222901. Is that it? I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. Oh my God. Ah, 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 ah. I hate the IRS. I hate them. 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 I hate the IRS. The IRS. Oh my God, I hate them so much. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I do. I hate the IRS, y'all. I hate them. come like that. Woo! One year the IRS got me real bad. Because I had a business and I didn't really know how to pay taxes like that. I was young. The fuck? But I paid them. All right, well, that's still not settled. And I can't worry about it. Take me to jail. Shit. Hold on, y'all. All right, you got to make an appointment. I think you got the number.
I think so. Maybe my phone.
All right, well, you got to make an appointment. Don't say nothing else because I'm on live. All right, I did that, y'all. What else did I need to look up? I did the. All right, y'all. I think that's it for me for today. Thank you for joining the live. I got all my work done. I got all my work done. Thanks, y'all, for keeping me company. Those of you who stayed with me and came in and out, which is cool because that's what they do when you stream. People come in and out into the live and they enjoy what they enjoy and they skedaddle when they're ready to skedaddle. I'm going. Y'all, I might bring y'all. No, I ain't gonna bring y'all live with me when I go shopping. But tomorrow we will go live again. I am doing the 30-day live challenge. What did we talk about today? I think I dragged mucus. I talked about parenting styles. I'm thinking about my thumbnail, y'all, because people want to pop in and see what they see. So I know I talked about mucus. I talked about parenting styles. I talked about the Whitakers, and I gave y'all a story time about the time when the nursing home tried to kidnap my dad. So that'll be the thumbnail. But thank you, Hyriba. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We did a 2-hour and 30-minute live. That is a lot for me. I'm proud of myself because I usually don't stay on live like that because I'm shy. I'm lying. I'm lazy. And I will see you tomorrow at the next live. Bye.